Today we are going to study total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenues. First of all, what is total revenue? Total revenue does not increase by the same amount for every unit increase in quantity. That means for every additional unit of quantity sold results to an increase in the total revenue, but that increase is not in the same amount. That we can see here. Look. First of all, first the quantity increased from the 0 unit to 1 unit. Then total revenue that time is 9.5. But for the second unit, the total revenue is 18. And for the third unit, 25.5. That I am explaining here again. Here look, the total revenue is increasing, but that increase is in a decreasing way. Here 9.5, this difference, 18 minus 9.5, 8.5. And for the third unit, the total revenue is increasing, but the increase is in a decreasing way, 7.5. 25.5 minus 18, that is 7.5. So in that way, it will increase up to a point, that is 10th unit, it is increasing, the total revenue is increasing, and after that the total revenue also starts to decrease. That means the increase in the quantity initially results to an increase in the total revenue, but in a decreasing way. That is the difference is decreasing. So it is a decreasing way, and after a point, this is the point. After this point, the total revenue starts to decline and automatically the marginal revenue would be negative. The other important point that we have to keep in mind is the value of the marginal revenue curve are given by the slope of the total revenue curve. That is important. We can expect one word question. That is, slope of the total revenue is marginal revenue. Slope of the total revenue, that we have to keep in mind. This is the important point. Slope of the total revenue is marginal revenue. Now we are going to analyze the difference between total revenue and marginal revenue. That is the first point that we have to keep in mind. The first point, the total revenue and marginal revenue. That is, when total revenue is increasing. Look here, when total revenue is increasing, the marginal revenue is positive. But when the total revenue is decreasing, total revenue here it is decreasing, then marginal revenue is negative. That is an important point. The other point is the MR curve lies below the average revenue curve, that we can see here. Look here, the MR curve that is always lies below the average revenue curve. The third point here it is explaining, that is, if AR curve is less steep, this is less steep. If AR curve is less steep, then the vertical distance, this is the vertical distance between the AR and MR is smaller. And if AR curve is falling steeply, this is a steep curve. If it is steeply it is falling, then MR curve is far below the average revenue curve. So the vertical distance is more. Here the vertical distance is more. These are the three important points that we have to keep in mind. The next topic is marginal revenue and price elasticity of demand. That is, what is the relationship between marginal revenue and price elasticity of demand? That is an important question. We can expect that question. What are the relationship between marginal revenue and price elasticity of demand? When marginal revenue has a positive value, here, when marginal revenue has a positive value and this portion, price elasticity of demand would be greater than 1. We can find out that with one equation is there, but that is not needed to study. We have to study only the relationship between marginal revenue and price elasticity of demand. The detailed explanation is not derived here. So these relationship that we have to study. So when the first point is, when marginal revenue has a positive value, price elasticity is always greater than 1. And when marginal revenue is negative, this portion, when marginal revenue is negative, the price elasticity of demand is always, that would be always less than 1. These are the two important difference between, not a difference, sorry, the relationship between marginal revenue and price elasticity of demand. And here it is explained the relationship between demand curve and price elasticity of demand. That is explaining, what is explained here? When price elasticity of demand, look here, this is y-axis, this is x-axis. This is a demand curve and this is MR curve. At this point, when MR curve, then it touches the x-axis and the vertical point that touches the demand curve, that point elasticity always would be 1, and here it would be always greater than 1, and this portion it would be always less than 1. That is, if demand curve is elastic, if it is elastic, then price elasticity of demand, that always would be greater than 1. If demand curve is inelastic, that this portion, then price elasticity would be always less than 1. If demand curve is unitary, then price elasticity is equal to, this point elasticity is always equal to 1. So these 3 points we have to keep in mind always. The first point, the relationship between marginal revenue and price elasticity of demand. We have explained 2 relationship. The other point is 3 differences. 3 relationship between demand curve and price elasticity of demand. We have to keep in mind all these points. The other topic, the next topic is short-run equilibrium of the monopoly firm. That is, as we know, the monopoly firm always will try to maximize their profit. So what is the aim of the monopolist? They always will try to maximize their profit. So here, by analyzing this behavior, we will get the quantity produced by a firm and its price. It's very simple topic, and so these are the important points that we have to keep in mind.